Whoa, what does the jury do with this? Let's talk to trial attorney and legal analyst Brian Claypool. Boy, where do I start? I think let's start with Alex Murdaugh, because if he takes the stand, I will not be able to turn away from the television. What is going into the defense's strategy in deciding whether or not they put their client in the hot seat?
Hey, Marni, great to be back with you. I mean, you've got to run a risk reward benefit analysis in determining whether to put him on the stand. And I personally think it's a mistake to have Murdaugh take the stand because of what you just talked about a minute or two ago. What if some of the questions asked by the defense lawyers of Murdaugh open the door then for the prosecutors then to probe into, for example, all this alleged financial crimes, right? Because the last thing you want to do as a defense lawyer in a big case like this is leave the jury right when they're ready to deliberate with a bad taste in their mouth about how evil this guy is. Jurors intrinsically do not like to find somebody guilty, Marni, if they like the person, right? Remember the Robert Blake trial and even OJ. Two guys, the jurors like them overall. And here, if Murdaugh takes the stand and the judge lets all this other evidence in about him embezzling over $8 million, drug addict, you name it, then that's going to be the last view that the jury has of Murdaugh, and that could be devastating.
Wow. Well, you talk about likability, and I think about Buster's testimony. His surviving son, who took the stand yesterday, sat there and talked to the jury, answered the questions from both sides for a little over an hour. I want to play for a moment the phone call he got from Alex Murdaugh the night his mom and brother were killed, and then we'll talk about his testimony.
My dad called me. I can't remember the exact time, but it was later. And he called me on the phone. He asked me if I was sitting down, and I was like, yeah. And then he sounded odd, and then he told me that my mom and brother had been shot.
What'd you do?
Well, Brooklyn, my girlfriend, was with me, and I think she heard she could hear my conversation kind of over the phone, and so she just started packing stuff, and I kind of just sat there for a minute. I was in shock.
He then went on to describe his dad, once he saw him in person hours later, as heartbroken, as devastated. What did you make of Buster's testimony? What stood out to you, Brian?
Yeah, Marni, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why you don't need Murdaugh to take the trial. Why? Because the jury is seeing him through his son's eyes. And I think Buster did a great job. He humanized things. He brought to the jury how his father was responding to this trauma. And I thought it came off pretty persuasive. And I think, getting back to your other question, Marni, I think what the defense lawyers want to get out of Murdaugh if he takes the stand is really one thing, that to have Murdaugh tell this jury, I was not there. Remember last week we talked about, right, they have the videotape, what they think is Murdaugh's voice in the background laughing a few minutes before the shooting. I think that's what his lawyers are arguing. We just want to bring Murdaugh on the stand. We want him to say he was not there. And he might even say, Marni, that's not my voice, right? Because that's one thing that the defense lawyers have to address before this trial's over. Right. They can't let this go to the jury without somebody saying that's not Murdaugh's voice on that tape.
Which I was surprised, Brian, that they didn't ask Buster that. Who knows Alex Murdaugh better than Buster? Is that your dad's voice? They didn't. I'm out of time, Brian. Great conversation as always. Good to see you, Brian Claypool. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.